Hello, welcome back to the We Are City channel. We're back with the matchday live streams. It's Manchester City versus FC Copenhagen today. The Danish side take on City after last week's defeat, massive defeat to Manchester City, a 5-0 win, wasn't it? Goals from Julian Alvarez and Erling Haaland as well, and so many other players getting on the score sheet. City pretty much tore them apart, and we're expecting that again today. No Erling Haaland in the starting 11 though. Erling Haaland is on the bench today for Manchester City, and I think it's about the right decision from Pep Guardiola to rest Erling Haaland. He does deserve a rest, he does need a rest, and thankfully he does get one today, which is certainly the right decision. It's certainly the right decision. We get to see City playing the absolutely beautiful away kit as well for the first time this season, which I've been looking forward to. City's record here, you can see that Copenhagen, in all competitions, they've played 17 games so far this season. 6 wins, 3 draws and 8 defeats. 25 goals for and 25 goals against, so a 0 goal difference. As for City, we've played 13 games in all competitions. 10 wins, 2 draws and 1 defeat. And it's just gone off that graphic with around 45 goals scored. Rushane, City fan club member, or City membership club member here, part of the We Are City Bronze Club. It's been a while, he says. Yes, it's been a while. There's not been many away games, has there? There's not been many away games this season, it feels like. City have been at home quite a few times, but we are back with the live streams here. Every away game, I'm going to try and do a live stream for every away game. That is the intention. That's what I've been trying to do. And we're back again today. So this is City starting 11. Ederson starts in goal. Got quite a few Spaniards in the starting 11, you can see there. Back four of Joao Cancelo, Manuel Akanji, Aymeric Laporte and Sergio Gomez. It is Rodrigo in the midfield with captain Kevin De Bruyne, or it could be actually captain Ilkay Gundogan today with Kevin De Bruyne in there. And then it is on the right-hand side, Riyad Mahrez, who's starting to find his feet a little bit more, isn't he? Jack Grealish has been in great form in the last few fixtures. And then up top, chance to impress for Julian Alvarez. Sophie says, "Sue." So supporting Cristiano Ronaldo there. Cristiano Ronaldo isn't here. He's not playing for City, thankfully. And speaking of strikers and big-name strikers, Kylian Mbappe, breaking news, has asked to leave Paris Saint-Germain, which is an interesting one. Would you take him at Manchester City? I hope your answer is no. I would not take the Ninja Turtle anywhere near Manchester City. As good of a player as Kylian Mbappe is, he's an absolute headache, isn't he, in the changing room? He, wants to be in charge of everything. He complains when he's not in charge of everything. That's not the sort of player you want at your club, is it? So, Kylian Mbappe, I wouldn't take him at Manchester City, but would you guys? Obviously, it looks like he's going to go... There's two places I can see Kylian Mbappe going. PSG either give in and let him go to Real Madrid, which they might not do, and if they don't, then the only other place Kylian Mbappe makes the move to is Chelsea, because they're the only side that's going to pay 200 million for him. Chelsea or Real Madrid. And I can see Todd Bowley being on a plane to Paris right now, dropping 250 million on Kylian Mbappe. It just seems that sort of guy, doesn't he? And I think Chelsea fans will celebrate that. But Mbappe is unhappy at PSG because he's not playing on the left wing. Well, I'll tell you what, how is he going to play on the left wing at Chelsea when they've just signed Raheem Sterling? What happens to Sterling then? Does Sterling get pushed to the bench? Would he be happy? He's got another headache there in Raheem Sterling, who likes to make his opinions known, doesn't he? And that's going to be difficult if they do sign him. I don't know where he fits at Real Madrid either, because he's obviously obsessed with playing on the left-hand side. But what about Vinicius Jr.? What about Vinny? What do Real Madrid fans do then? They bench Vinicius Jr.? It's just not going to happen, is it? So we'll have to see what happens with Kylian Mbappe. But forget Mbappe, think about City. 3 points today for City in this Champions League group will put us top of the group, of course, but not only that, it will put us through into the Champions League knockout stages, early qualification with 2 games remaining. Now, it doesn't mean we will qualify automatically. We still have to play Sevilla, who are back on form a little bit, aren't they, at the moment? And, of course, then you have to think about also Borussia Dortmund, which will be the tough test. I think Borussia Dortmund will be the very, very tough test. And they could still finish top of the group. If they have to win all their games, City win all their games also. That is an issue, isn't it? So we'll have to see what happens there. City do need to finish top of the group. They say that it makes it easy for them. I don't know always. It doesn't always do that. But you do want things to be easier, don't you? And that's why City want to finish top of the group by beating Borussia Dortmund. I think City will have an easy ride today. And I think they'll have an easy ride against Sevilla also in next week, is it? Or in a few weeks' time. Sevilla are in bad form. They did get a draw, actually, this weekend against Athletic Club. A new manager now in Jorge Sampaoli, returning to the club. And Dortmund as well. They managed to get a 2-2 draw with Bayern Munich, didn't they, this weekend? If you managed to see that one, that was quite an interesting one. A 94th minute goal from Anthony Modeste at the back post. So lots happening with teams around Europe. City at the moment are probably the informed team in Europe, aren't they, alongside Arsenal? Andrew's gone with a 2-0 prediction. We have got a vote in the comments. How many goals do you think City score today? 33% of you think either 3 or 4 goals plus. Well, that is confidence. That is certain confidence from Manchester City fans there. I think City will get a high scoring game here. I want to see Julian Alvarez score a couple of goals if he can do. I want to see Kevin De Bruyne get a few assists. It is the Polish goalkeeper in goal once again for Copenhagen, who played very well in the last one, didn't he? He made, how many saves did he make? Was it 14 saves in that game against Manchester City? City had 20-odd shots, 30-odd shots on goal, which shows the quality we do have in and around the goal, which we know that. And the Copenhagen keeper kept quite a few out, which was surprising. The only ones he didn't keep out is when, if Erling Haaland gets his shot on target, I think most times, 9 times out of 10, it goes in the back of the net. And that shows his just ridiculous strike rate. I think Julian Alvarez a little bit differently. Sometimes you see him scuff the shot, not get it quite right. Of course, you can't expect Alvarez to be on the same high standard as Erling Haaland. I think one worrying thing today in that City team is the Mahrez on the right-hand side and Grealish on the left-hand side. Last time played in the Champions League against Borussia Dortmund, those two started on the wings and they weren't very good, were they? They really weren't very good together. It's a stale City attack, and as soon as Phil Foden and Alvarez came on alongside Haaland, City looked a different side and really came into the game against Borussia Dortmund and went on to win that game. So that is something that is in my mind. But the thing is, you have to say Copenhagen, not the best of teams. It's a good chance for Grealish, not so much anymore. He seems to be his confidence to be up, but Mahrez especially to get his confidence up. A goal at the weekend also. And the same for Laporte, get a bit of match sharpness. The same for Sergio Gomez, who played fantastically in the reverse fixture against Copenhagen. So City will slowly build up their opportunities. And I think we'll score plenty of goals in the opportunities we do get in today's game. The kickoff time is a little bit odd, isn't it? Very odd for most people. Used to late for late kickoffs, but today it is in the UK a 17:45 kickoff, so about 6 minutes away from kickoff. Not long away, and City ready to go through in the Champions League, which I'm sure they are. We need to talk about as well Manuel Akanji. Akanji's been fantastic, hasn't it? Absolutely fantastic for City. 15 million euros looks like a complete and unbelievable bargain for the Swiss international, who has got that air of Vincent Kompany around him now. And it's funny that people started saying that, because I watched Akanji many, many years ago when he was linked with City before he moved to Borussia Dortmund. And I thought to myself, watching him for Switzerland, when he played, I think he played for FC Basel, didn't he? And I thought, that guy looks a little bit like Vincent Kompany, not quite the same. Probably not as strong as Kompany, quite as strong, probably quicker than Vincent Kompany, actually. Probably much better on the ball than Kompany as well, but not as defensively as good as Vincent Kompany. Kompany, one of the best defenders in the world in his time. And, I just thought, he does look a bit like Vincent Kompany. When City signed him, though, I wasn't massively happy with the signing of Manuel Akanji. I thought, well, we sign another centre-back, I suppose we need a bit of squad depth there. But in reality, I'm not happy with signing Manuel Akanji, because I don't think he's been very good at Borussia Dortmund. I think he has dropped off. He's shown moments of real good ability, but also he's not made, the development you expect him to make. When he moved to Borussia Dortmund at 22, 23 years of age, you expect him to turn into one of the best centre-backs in Europe. That was what was expected of him, and he hadn't done that at all. 26, 27 years of age, moving to Manchester City, and you think, could City have beside a player who's sort of, I don't know, a Dele Alli or someone like that, who's always once looked like a great player, but not been that? And certainly that isn't the case, is it? And I think Akanji, judging by some of the quotes I've seen over the weekend, from Pep Guardiola, where he's been in press conferences and he's been talking, in embargoed sections about Manuel Akanji and what he thinks of Manuel Akanji. I do think Akanji is probably the first name on the Manchester City team sheet. I do believe every time we see City play, if Akanji's fit and ready, he will start the game. I think that's how much Pep Guardiola currently thinks of Manuel Akanji, and of course that's how much City think of Manuel Akanji, the City fans as well. I'd say he is my first name in the centre-back role on the team sheet. Of course we have Ruben Diaz, we have Aymeric Laporte, we have Nathan Ake, and we have John Stones. And to have 5 world-class centre-backs really makes it very difficult, doesn't it, for City? I think Akanji and Laporte could form a really good partnership. I think when you want a more defensive City side, I think Diaz steps in there. If you want a player who's going to give his all game, that when we need a bit of pace in the back line, then I'd put Nathan Ake in there. And we want a player who can just, find the passes through the lines. I think Stones is up there. So we've got real good options there, haven't we, in the centre-back positions. All got, little bits of different extra sides to their game, which is very, very good to have in options. And that's what you want. You want versatility. You want different options. You don't want, sometimes you do, but say you're a manager and you say, right, in my squad, my 3 attacking players, I want 2 strikers, I want 2 right-sided players, I want 2 left-sided players. And in those players, I want exactly the same player. And if my main striker gets injured, I want another striker to come in and does exactly the same job. Now, suppose that sounds right, doesn't it? But in reality, I don't think you want that. You want some of a different option, because when Plan B or Plan A doesn't work, and sometimes Plan B doesn't work, then you have to go to Plan C, which is another option. And you can see the contrast between Alvarez and Haaland, very different strikers. The difference between Grealish and Foden, I think very different players off that left-hand side. And the difference between Mahrez and a Bernardo Silva, Cole Palmer. I think Palmer is very similar in ways to Riyad Mahrez, actually. But Bernardo plays very differently out there, doesn't he? And it gives City options. So City coming out into the field now, here against Copenhagen, and we'll be back in one little short break ready for this kickoff of the game. So introducing the We Are City Worldwide Fan Channel Club Membership Scheme. It's a chance for you guys to support the channel just a little bit more. In this video, this short little video, I'm just going to explain to you what it is, what you'll get from each of them, and will it affect the channel? That's probably the main question you guys are thinking of. Of course, you guys want to know, will it affect the channel? I'll answer that straight away. No, nothing on the channel will change. Everything will be exactly the same. It already is. Nothing's changing. This membership scheme, this club, the We Are City Club, is just a little bit extra for you guys if you want to, you know, really support the channel and just get a little bit extra. And in that case, you'll be paying. So I'll tell you what it is and what you'll get for each one. So the We Are City Bronze Club, this is our, you know, first starting tier of membership. And to be part of the Bronze Club, it would be 99p a month, you know, a pound a month really, £12 a year, that's all it is. And for that, you get the basics, but you do get a little bit extra than that. So you get the loyalty badges that I've created that are on screen now. So the longer you're a member, the better the loyalty badge gets, and eventually you can be a Champions League winner here with your Bronze Club. You can be get these, so you can use them in live streams, these custom emojis here. I've made a few of them. As you guys, you know, start to become members, the more I can add. So these are the current ones. So here we go, Manchester City versus FC Copenhagen. Approaching kickoff now, minutes away. They've got Garaba in goal. It's Jensen, Kishkolvia, Bjørnsen in the back three, Gjeller, Stamik, Lagara and Christensen in the midfield three. It's Moe Drami, Haraldson up top and Klaassen on the right hand side. They've got Matthew Ryan on the bench there. He used to play for Brighton some years ago. He used to play for Arsenal as well, I think, didn't he, Matthew Ryan, for a very short period of time. City side is on your screen right now. In goal is Edison. Back four of Cancelo, Akanji, Laporte and Sergio Gomez. Rodri, Gundogan the captain and Kevin De Bruyne in the midfield three. Front three are Julian Alvarez, Riyad Mahrez and Jack Grealish. Kickoff is moments away. Grealish the GOAT is here. We Are City Silver Club member. Great to have you, Grealish the GOAT. Absolutely fantastic to have a City Club member in the comments and also a Silver Club member as well. How are you enjoying those FIFA videos and early access and so on? I think the more people found out about the membership club, the more people they would join it. On the City bench today, we have the likes of course, Erling Haaland. We have a few others in there as well. Erling Haaland is the main one on the bench, isn't he, really? But Cole Palmer, Josh Wilson, Esbrand. We've got Rico Lewis, Bernardo Silva, Phil Foden, Nathan Ake, Ruben Diaz, and two goalkeepers, Stefan Ortega Moreno and Scott Carson. City in the absolutely wonderful away kit today. I'm really enjoying the career mode, by the way, says Jack Grealish to go. Thank you so much, Grealish to go. I'm really enjoying it as well. Shame about the Mahrez injury, isn't it? Shame about the Riyad Mahrez injury, but he'll be back. He'll be back before the end of the season. So City versus Copenhagen. Captain Ilkay Gundogan stands over the centre circle, ready for kickoff. City versus Copenhagen in Denmark. A chance to confirm our place in the knockout stages of the Champions League for Manchester City. And it is about to be live. Referee holds on as he waits for the time. And we are underway here. Sergio Gomez on the ball for Manchester City at the back. Gomez into Akanji. And Akanji back to goalkeeper Edison, whose kit actually sort of matches City's kit in colour. And when City found a way for a press of Copenhagen here immediately. And here's Kevin De Bruyne with a switch of play to Jack Grealish. And it's over it from KDB, is it? Oh, Grealish takes it down, but can't keep it in. I think De Bruyne should have gone a little bit shorter there and through the middle to Ilkay Gundogan. Instead went to the far left-hand side to Jack Grealish. And the pass was overhit. City pressing here. Copenhagen also seem to be the side that want to press. City press with Julian Alvarez as a 1 and a 4 in behind, really. With De Bruyne, Mahrez, Gundogan and Grealish. Sergio Gomez, good defending. Steps in across Haraldson. It's Mo Darami that's starting from the middle here. And the UEFA graphics, they were saying that Mo Darami is going to start on the left, which I'm surprised that Haraldson would start through the middle. He's more of an attacking midfielder, a winger. He just start on the right side of the front three. For them is a late challenge on Jack Grealish here early on from the fullback, which is applauded. Staminek here. Staminek. No yellow card. Grealish went down with a big thud. It felt like he seemed to, both legs came off the ground, as it always does for Jack Grealish. Here is Manuel Akanji for Manchester City. Laporte. Gundogan. Back out to Akanji. Julian Alvarez will drop deep and try and pick up those little pockets of space, similar to like a false nine that City have been so used to over the years. Captain Ilkay Gundogan on this left-hand side. Gundogan. Back to Laporte, City's defenders, the whole team, at least 5 yards over the halfway line here. Jack Grealish skips past 1 or 2 challenges here. Grealish running at Copenhagen. Into Riyad Mahrez on the right-hand side. Good pass. On the overlap, it's Cancelo. Mahrez out to Kevin De Bruyne. Sergio Gomez on the overlap. De Bruyne crossing on the left foot by De Bruyne. He flicks across the far post. Ilkay Gundogan, if he gambled there, could have had a free header at the back post. In the end, he didn't gamble. And that cross from Kevin De Bruyne. Left-footed cross. I think he was offside, actually, Gundogan. Did it take a deflection? It did. It's a corner ball for Manchester City. Win the first 2.5 minutes. Mahrez out to Grealish. Back into Mahrez. Mahrez, edge of the box to De Bruyne. Clips one in De Bruyne. Headed away by Copenhagen. Over the head of De Bruyne. Not only through to Joao Cancelo on the halfway line. And he goes back to goalkeeper Ederson. I think City will do their best to try and win this game. De Bruyne with a ball down the line here. Copenhagen read it well. And go back to goalkeeper Gravara. Good atmosphere here. In, I think it's called Park Stadium. In Copenhagen. Heavy pass by De Bruyne back to Laporte. Pings off the shin of him and back to Ederson. City. You wouldn't say is the toughest test today, would you, for Manchester City playing Copenhagen? Copenhagen have not been great, although City have given it away here. There's a chance. But Manuel Akanji did well to intercept. City back in possession. Akanji. Back to goalkeeper Ederson. Oh, Ederson! Forgets the ball there. Really bad first touch by Ederson. He nearly lets it roll into his own net. Takes a touch on his left foot. Actually nearly rolls it into his own net. In the end, it rolls just past his near post and behind for a corner, sorry. But what is Ederson doing there? His left-footed touch is really, really poor. Invites pressure onto Manchester City with that first touch. I don't know what that first touch was by Ederson, but nearly put us in big danger. Haraldsson to take this one. The young Icelandic forward. Hopefully he impresses Pep Guardiola. He looks quite good, I think, Haraldsson. Crossing by Haraldsson. To the near post. Headed away by Kevin De Bruyne. Darami back in there. And bounces all the way through to goalkeeper Ederson, who's looking for a quick counter here for City as he runs towards the edge of his box. No one quite making the movement. But he throws it out to Kevin De Bruyne, who, I have to say, these first 5 minutes or so, he's finding way too much space for Copenhagen's safety, really. He's going to destroy them if they keep doing this. De Bruyne to Mahrez, back to Kevin De Bruyne. Across to Sergio Gomez. City work it from right to left here. Mahrez free on that right-hand side. Grealish on this left-hand side in possession, and he gives it back to Gomez, back to Laporte. Akanji, Rodri, great play by City. Swift play. Cancelo, nice football, really nice football. Cancelo looks for a pass, and it's well blocked off by Copenhagen. They try a counter-attack of their own here. Haraldsson doesn't beat Laporte. Good defending. Grealish picks it up and on the turn here, Jack Grealish. And back to Rodri and a foul on Jack Grealish again. 2 fouls on Grealish in the first 5 minutes. Advantage played. Switch out to Gundogan on this far left-hand side. Gundogan, Grealish and the fullback Gomez always switching positions. The three, so hard to mark for the opposition. Mahrez. Little step over, skips away from the Copenhagen player into Cancelo, back to Mahrez. And Mahrez slips and Copenhagen the counter it with the pace of Mohamed Darami. Past Rodri Darami. On loan from Ajax, he did play for Copenhagen previously. Still going here, Darami pulls it back here past Akanji. Chance on the edge of the box, they've got to switch the play to the fullback. Straight into the face of Gundogan and City counter now. Jack Grealish, Julian Alvarez making a run here. Grealish runs at Copenhagen. Into Alvarez. Alvarez onto the left foot. Alvarez with a hit! Oh, it just flashes past the post. He wants a corner, the Argentinian. Referee says goal kick. Very unlucky not to score there. The defender expecting to go on his right foot. Ooh, it's a good save by Grabara, the goalkeeper. It's a really good save by the goalkeeper. Somehow his fingers just kept it out. The referees give a goal kick here. Great save by Grabara. That was a save, says Grealish. The goal. Quite right. Grabara saves that one, doesn't he? It was a good save by the goalkeeper. Like I said, he played fantastic in the first leg against City. Fantastic. And he's done it again there. What a save. The referee, I don't know how he didn't see that. Laporte with a head forward. Well done, Julian Alvarez. Wins the ball back for City. Gives it away, but There was a foul, a push on Julian Alvarez, pushed him off balance as he tried to pass that one back. All smiles from the Copenhagen midfielder. I think he knew exactly what he was doing there. Unlucky Julian Alvarez there that he couldn't stay on his feet, perhaps turn. He's got that side to his game, hasn't he, where he can turn and run at players as well. Here's Rodri. Cancelo works it back to Manuel Akanji. I'm Eric Laporte. I think an Akanji-Laporte partnership sounds brilliant to me. Laporte, De Bruyne. Sergio Gomez. Grealish. Cuts inside here, Grealish. They tight to Grealish all game. Grealish had too much space in the previous fixture. Why not a corner, says Grealish to go. I've no idea whether the referee didn't see that. He thought that Alvarez dragged it wide. Here's Mahrez. Cancelo. Into Manuel Akanji. Cancelo again. City working it on this right-hand side now. Into Laporte through the centre, whose passing range is fantastic. Into De Bruyne. Rodri, great pass into Mahrez. City causing trouble here. Mahrez got to give it to Cancelo on the overlap. He doesn't do. Mahrez clips one in. It's not a great cross and cleared away by Copenhagen. But Cancelo's in the overlap there. Mahrez just ran it to the byline a little bit too much himself. Mahrez. Back he goes to Akanji. City are very, very high here. The defensive line is ridiculously high. They're over the centre circle completely. Right in Copenhagen's half when they get possession up there. Rodri, under pressure, pushed and pulled. It's a free kick for City. Well, to be fair to Copenhagen, they're not letting City just play around them easily. They're pressing very highly. Very highly. And being aggressive when City get the ball. Problem is, though, when City, with the quality that we have, bypass that press, they're in big trouble. Alvarez. Little 1-2 there. I'm Eric Laporte. Gomez. Laporte again. There's plenty of the ball so far, Laporte. Rodri. Akanji. This is where the City defence starts to push up now as City step forward. Joao Cancelo. Rodri again. Akanji. It's Laporte. Laporte still. Rodri. Rodri the ball in behind to Joao Cancelo. It's an overhit one by Rodri. And it goes all the way through a goal kick. I think Rodri trying to be too clever there with his passing. Could have done just a simple pass in the end. It's a goal kick Grabara will take. He'll take his time, the Copenhagen goalkeeper, as he did in the first leg as well. Every second, every minute counts, doesn't it, for Copenhagen here, for the chances of getting some sort of points from this game. Long by Grabara. Gundogan loses the header, knocked on. Harrelson played in behind here, and Sergio Gomez knocks it back to Ederson. Calmly, cleverly, easily done. Ederson, Cancelo, back to Ederson again. Playing if he's one of the centre-backs, Ederson. A nice switch out to Sergio Gomez once more. And Gomez going to have a bit of a run here. Copenhagen into De Bruyne. It's a heavy one. Jack Grealish should get in the end of this. Not quite got the pace, Grealish, but he's keeping up with the fullback, Christensen. Off Grealish and behind for a throw-in. Is it for City or for Copenhagen? For Copenhagen, the throw-in goes, but Grealish could press in there. Copenhagen. Throw it in short and then play it long on the goal kick. Like a goal kick, really. Lumping it forward. Rodri. To Akanji on the centre circle. Manuel Akanji. Wide to Joao Cancelo. Cancelo swings one in. Ilkay Gundogan. Cleared away by Copenhagen. Mahrez. Little flick. Rodri. Whoa! What a hit from Rodri. 1-0 Manchester City. What an absolutely sweet strike from Rodri here. 1-0 Manchester City. Rodri just lets it sit up on the bounce and he catches it on the half volley. And it's an absolute screamer. Absolute screamer from Rodri. Well, Copenhagen haven't started the game too badly here. But I mean, there's nothing they can do about that. Mahrez just flicks it over the head. Alvarez back down. It bobbles just a few times for Rodri in front of him. 1, 2, 3. On the third bobble, he hits this. Absolutely cracks this into the top corner as Rodri. What a hit that is. I think the goalkeeper does actually get a hand on it. That is some hit from Rodri, who just gets better and better, doesn't he, the Spaniard? He's unbelievable. And that hit there from Rodri is absolutely unbelievable. The way he catches that, he strikes it just so sweetly. 3 bounces in front of him. He sits up just the slightest amount. But it's going to be a VAR goal check on this one. VAR goal check. He's going to rule the goal out. VAR goal review. I don't know what the issue is. Rodri's just scored an absolute beauty of a strike. What? Apparently there might have been a foul by Mahrez on the defender. It touched the hand of Mahrez on the way through. I mean, there's nothing Mahrez can do about that. Unless he chops his hands off. If they rule this out, that is an utter joke. What an utter joke. That is absolutely hilarious refereeing if this gets ruled out. But it doesn't surprise me if it does get ruled out. Let's have a see. It does touch Mahrez's hand, but what do you want to do? There's nothing in that. That is not... Why are they watching it so many times here? You don't even know if it touches Mahrez's hand. He's ruled the goal out for handball. What an utter clown. What an absolute joke that is from the referee. Complete and utter joke. I've never seen... I just can't believe that. City on the attack again. Here's Riyad Mahrez. Now, if you remember Spurs knocking City out of the Champions League, Fernando Llorente scored with his hand, and that wasn't disallowed. But now, if it touches your hand by mistake in the build-up, about 5-6 touches before the goal goes in, it's handball. Here's İlkay Gundogan for City. Gundogan with a hit. Up and over into the crowd. What a bit of terrible UEFA refereeing that is. What a bit of terrible refereeing. It's absolutely atrocious refereeing. I honestly can't believe they just ruled that goal out. Wonderful strike from Rodri. And City, the hard work to get the goal, has been ruled out by some shocking refereeing. It really has. Here's Manuel Akanji for City. Embarrassing decision by the referee. Here's Gomez. Gundogan. Here's Akanji. And the switch over to Cancelo. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. City come forward now. Rodri, the goal scorer. Here we go. City with a chance. Alvarez, but it's overhit the pass to him. And ended up chasing it. Rodri. Sergio Gomez jumps straight for the back of the Copenhagen defender. And it's a free kick for them. And Sergio Gomez is down injured here. Although he's back up quickly. It's the Copenhagen player who's injured. We did everything to try and reach that one, Sergio Gomez. And in the end, just sat on top of the Copenhagen player, Klaassen, on the way down. Phew. That's a tough one, isn't it? The City players, they still don't understand why that goal was ruled out. And the people on commentary that I'm listening to, they have no idea why that goal was ruled out. It's just terrible refereeing. Terrible refereeing. It's just, I just can't believe they've given handball for that. They're showing the replays now. How is that handball? It's just shocking that the refs even give that. I can't believe VAR have asked them to look at that. I don't understand why they've even been asked to look at that. Because there's nothing in it. Unbelievable. The game has gone, as they say. Copenhagen on the ball here. Left back to the centre back. And they go backwards here. Long by Grabara. Onto the chest of Gundogan. And Rodri back down to Gundogan. And back to Rodri again. Gundogan. Mahrez. Rodri. Wide to Cancelo. And all the way back. for Manuel Akanji. Cancelo. Back heel into Mahrez. Nice play on this right-hand side for City. Mahrez. Gundogan. Sergio Gomez. Into De Bruyne. Not the best of passes. He had 2 Copenhagen players around him. And here's Haraldsson on the counter for City. Running out the City defence. And Copenhagen give it away. And City look to now hit them on the counter. De Bruyne. Bad pass by De Bruyne into Mahrez. Given away. Durami tries to run Cancelo. Brilliant work by Durami. Manuel Akanji tidies up as he regularly does. Good play by Durami there. Completely had Cancelo. Let it roll through his legs and it went past Cancelo. But City have been so hard done by. I just don't know how that is handball. I don't know. And it's so frustrating, isn't it, seeing that? I can't explain it. Edison out to Gomez. Well read by Copenhagen. Haraldsson. The right back here. They've got a chance here. Copenhagen. It's the edge of the box. Copenhagen the chance. Edison has to tip it over the bar. It's a corner. It was Lega with a chance on the edge of the box. Right down the middle of the goal. Edison expects to save it. Interestingly enough, if it was the other way, that would have been a goal kick. Because when their goalkeeper makes a save, it's a goal kick, not a corner. Edison has to tip this one over the bar here. Reach him. I don't think Edison even touches it. I'm not sure he even touches it there, Edison. Ref wouldn't have a clue anyway. Haraldsson goes over to take this one for Copenhagen. Corner from the left-hand side. An in-swinger from Haraldsson on his right foot. It's a great corner in. Edison has to punch it. What a corner that was. In-swinger. Cleared away. Copenhagen work it forward again. Nice ball, but I think it's going to be overhit, is it? He ends up putting it out for a throw-in. What the best he could do with it, the Copenhagen player there. Edison had to make a save in that corner. A lovely swing in by Haraldsson. Ridiculous whip on that cross. Edison just got to the left hand there and tips it. The Copenhagen player had gambled. He would have scored there. Rodri. Wide to Cancelo into Mahrez. Little flick over top to De Bruyne. Back to Mahrez again. Mahrez, who UEFA would argue is at the fault for City's goal being ruled out. Sergio Gomez. Grealish. At least we know the officiating in this competition's not improved. Not that we expected it would. De Bruyne here. Oh, he skips past the Copenhagen player. De Bruyne into the box here. Far post to Mahrez. Down to Rodri again. And on the edge of the box, Rodri with his left foot. Snatches at the shot, really. And slices it over the bar. Great play by Grealish and De Bruyne. Great connection between them two. Mahrez knocks it down. And Rodri can't just get it right. Can't hit it as brilliantly as he hit the other one. Which was a wonder goal ruled out by utterly useless refereeing. Here they come again. Durami. Well done, Rodri. Mahrez. Alvarez. Rodri. Gundogan. Gundogan to Sergio Gomez. Haraldsson's tucked in there, and that's why he's managed to get that chance. Rodri. Into Gomez. Wide to Grealish on this left-hand side. One-on-one here, Grealish. Looking to beat his man into Sergio Gomez. Harry Walker says Haaland is the GOAT. Grealish is the GOAT. De Bruyne here with a chance. Deflects up and over the goalkeeper and behind for a corner for City. Thought for a second there the keeper might get done by the bounce. And it was in fact just the angle on the TV. Deflects up and over. I thought he was beating the goalkeeper by mistake there. The keeper had misread the situation. Mahrez over the corner here on this right-hand side. Or left-hand side. It's right-hand side as I look at it. Mahrez is an in-swinger. He's left-footed. That makes it more sense for you guys. Mahrez the swing in here. Free header for Laporte and Akanji. And couldn't direct it. De Bruyne. Back he goes to Joao Cancelo. Into the box here. Headed away by the fullback Christensen. Grealish, good first touch. Back into Mahrez. Left foot. Rodri. Wide to De Bruyne. Clips one in behind here. Dealt with by Copenhagen. De Bruyne again. Still De Bruyne. Into Laporte. Across the box by Laporte. Might fall to Alvarez, but he rolls into the hands of the goalkeeper on the deflection. And Copenhagen counter with Durami, who's there out ball. Durami against Rodri. Here is Durami. He's got 4 City players round him. And the referee's blowing his whistle now. But I don't know what for. Was a handball by a Copenhagen player here. Oh, City could get a penalty here. Copenhagen player's got his hands on Manuel Akanji, who tries to head it. And it hits the hand of the Copenhagen player. And he's going to go and look at VAR now. This is absolutely... This is atrocious refereeing. This is not a penalty. It's going to get given as a penalty for City, which is brilliant. Thank you. Well, it should. If this doesn't get a penalty for City, then the rules are warped. But I assume City will get this as a penalty. Cross comes in. The Copenhagen player's got hold of Manuel Akanji. And as Akanji heads it, it hits the hand of the Copenhagen player. That stops the ball going forward. So, could be a penalty. It's not a penalty. But it's about as a ridiculous decision as the one that City had where Rodri's just scored. The referee gives a penalty for a handball. I mean, this is absolutely this is terrible. That is not a penalty. And the one before it was a goal. How can you get it so wrong? How can you get it so wrong? Boylson is the man who's being penalised for the ball hitting his arm. It's just... What an absolute joke UEFA are. 2 decisions here that have been so stupid. The Rodri goal should stand and that shouldn't be handball play on. It's a joke. I don't think that's a penalty personally, but City get it. We'll have to take it, won't we? Riyad Mahrez steps up, who is our penalty taker, ahead of Haaland, I think. The fans are trying to put him off behind the net. Trusting on Mahrez's form, he's not been so good, but he's scored a penalty before, hasn't he? Already. Mahrez against Grabara. Riyad Mahrez! The penalty saved. Great save by Grabara. Mahrez penalty saved. Tell you what, Riyad Mahrez in some bad form. In some really bad form. Rodri. Into Akanji. Surely Haaland's got to take our penalties now. Don't let Mahrez take them anymore. Laporte. Wide to Grealish. I don't know why De Bruyne is not taking the penalties. If not, it's a poor penalty by Mahrez again. De Bruyne. De Bruyne out wide to Cancelo. This has been a strange game, hasn't it? Grealish, the goal, says no. A horrible miss. I know. What a strange 25 minutes we've had so far here at Copenhagen. City have had a goal scored that was an absolute thundercracker from Rodri. Giving us handball in the build-up to it, so ruled out. Then City get a penalty that's not a penalty for handball. And Mahrez misses the penalty. Wow, aren't we lucky to see refereeing ruining the Premier League? Well, Premier League, Champions League. They've already ruined the Premier League. This is the Champions League, isn't it? Here's Ederson. Into Laporte. City have had 74% possession so far. 182 passes completed. They give it away here, City. Boylson. Chance for Copenhagen. As they come forward. They end up going back because City's press is just too much for them. De Bruyne chasing them down. Mahrez also. Copenhagen have to go all the way back to the goalkeeper, Grabara. Get Mahrez off penalties. That's my first rule. Sergio Gomez not winning a header at any point of his career, is he really? At his height. Gundogan, De Bruyne. Grealish picks it back up. And into Manuel Akanji, well, and Jack Grealish just slows it down. Gets City back in control here on the ball. Rodri. On the centre circle. To the right hand side to Cancelo. Laporte. He's also in the centre circle here. And Akanji. City 4 players in the centre circle at the moment. Akanji, Laporte, Rodri and Sergio Gomez. Gomez picks it up. Wide to De Bruyne. Back onto his right foot, Kevin De Bruyne. Into Gundogan. Flicked away by Copenhagen. Doesn't fire Grealish on the far side. Copenhagen come forward now on the counter. Christensen. Durami. I think they've got to go a bit quicker at City there, Copenhagen. They don't look like they're going to build up from the back and create a chance for themselves, to be honest with you. Well, Haraldson's in behind here, though. Sergio Gomez loses his man. Laporte covers and back to Ederson. And back into Gomez. Oh, a bad touch by Sergio Gomez. No, it's not. He's done brilliantly there. Takes it round the defender. De Bruyne on the turn. Into Rodri. Rodri drives the ball over the halfway line. Space for Julian Alvarez. Rodri can't find the gap for him. Good defending by Copenhagen. Now Durami will run at Manchester City and he'll run at Manuel Akanji here. Durami into Haraldsson. Haraldsson pulled down by Sergio Gomez. It's a penalty here. And a red card, possibly. Referee says no. That'll like a penalty and a red card for Sergio Gomez. City come up the other end now. Gundogan, if City score now, no doubt they'll rule the goal out and go back and give a red card to Gomez there. I'm not sure. Julian Alvarez for City. Shot from range into the hands of Guevara. And Copenhagen complains to the referee here. Oh, it's a foul that by Gomez. It's a red card. Sergio Gomez should be off. Sergio Gomez should be off here. That's a red card for Gomez. He's got away with one. Pulls down Haraldsson on the edge of the box. It's a certain red card. He's locked arms with him. That's a red card. This referee is having an utter shocker. An utter shocker. And now they've stopped the game for VAR. Oh my God. VAR, potential red card check. Here we go again. So VAR once again involved for the third time in this game within 28 minutes. To give a red card for Gomez. He's off here. He's getting a red card here, Gomez. There's no doubt about it. Arms linked with Haraldsson. He's going to get sent off here, Gomez. City are going to be playing this game with 10 men. City will be playing this game with 10 men. It's absolutely shocking refereeing in this game. Penalty? A penalty? It's outside the box. Sergio Gomez is off. Oh my, this is an absolutely joke of a game. It's not a penalty because it's outside the box, surely. Red card for Gomez. I mean, is this referee even refereeing this game? Or is it the guy, the fourth official? Does he give a penalty because it's outside the box? It's a red card, yes, but it was outside the box. He's give a free... Can you go back to give a free kick on VAR? Is that possible? Is that possible? City on 10 men. What is going on in this game? Free kick that Haraldson's over. What is going on in this game? The foul wasn't even there. The referees give the free kick on the edge of the box in the centre, and the foul was on the right-hand side of the box. The foul's on the right-hand side of the box, and the referees give it down the centre. What is going on? So the referee can't even pick the right place to give the free kick. Haraldsson over it. Haraldsson straight into the wall. This referee is on something. I just can't believe it. Just what is going on here? What is going on here? 0-0 with Copenhagen. City on 10 men. I'll go through the game. So, the game starts. You think it's going to be a normal game. City score a beautiful goal. A cracker from Rodri from the edge of the box. In the build-up, VAR say that Riyad Mahrez touched his hand. It brushed his fingers. 4 or 5, 6 touches before. And they disallow it. Then, a cross comes in from a corner for Manchester City. Manuel Akanji heads it. Before that, a player has got hold of He's back, Akanji. Touches his arm, and the referee gives a penalty. VAR gives a penalty to City. Riyad Mahrez misses it. Later then, Sergio Gomez goes through. Haraldson goes through for Copenhagen. Sergio Gomez links arms with him and pulls him down. It's a red card, certainly. It's a free kick. What happens is then, ages after the VAR check it, they send Gomez off and give a free kick in a different position from where it was given. Diaz has come on for City. Riyad Mahrez has come off for Manchester City. So Mahrez off, Diaz on. And City play with 10 men. I have no idea what's going on here. I have no idea. Gomez is very stupid of him to pull the player down. Wrong side of him. But this has just been complete joke. A complete joke of a game, to be honest with you. It's been terrible. I just don't understand what the referee is doing at all. And the commentary I'm listening to, they're just laughing. They can't believe it either. Here's Darami for Copenhagen. Tackled by Rodri and away by Gundogan. City in trouble now, aren't they? I do feel like City are in trouble now. I really do. I feel like this could be a game that, before Anfield, we throw away. No idea what's going on here. No idea what's going on here. City are playing a 3-3-3, I think, now. I'll try and update the graphic for you guys, which I'm attempting to do right now. But this is just a ridiculous game. Ridiculous game before the Anfield one at the weekend. Get ready for more VAR on the weekend as well, probably. Against Liverpool, no doubt. VAR will be in full flow again there also. Here is Copenhagen down this right-hand side. Work it forward. Haraldson. He's having a great game, Haraldson, actually. Young player. Finding his feet. He's doing brilliantly well. Cross in here. Blocked away by Joao Cancelo for a throw-in for Copenhagen. But what a strange first half we've witnessed here. I was hoping for a good match. Lots of controversy, says Margaret. I mean, it says MK. I know, it's been terrible. It's been absolutely terrible. It's Haraldson for Copenhagen. Well, they're doing everything to get Copenhagen to win this game, aren't they? The VAR. You just watch this game and think, I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to watch this game. It's a joke. The refereeing's just that bad. Copenhagen, ball for the middle here. City getting played through. Looking to play it forward. Copenhagen. Well, they've sort of evened the playing field for Copenhagen, haven't they, really? Alvarez, good challenge. Gundogan picks it up for City. De Bruyne. Nice little turn. Pull down here, Kevin De Bruyne. A yellow card for the Copenhagen player. Luno. No idea where the ball was. Went through his legs and Kevin De Bruyne was pulled down by him. Arms round De Bruyne. Made sure he didn't go anywhere. I think City needs to try and get him sent off. If Luno's on a yellow card now, I'd get right at him all game and try and get him sent off and try and even the playing field. If they can. Laporte back to Diaz. Well, Akanji's gone to right back now, actually, and City have gone to a back four with Cancelo at left back. So another change in formation. Here is Gundogan. Little turn, two little turns there. Nicely done by Ilkay Gundogan. Rodri brings it out from the back for City. Cancelo. In space, but Laporte opts to go back to Rodri. Pep Guardiola is not happy with the officials. And he's letting the fourth official know about it. Gundogan. Diaz. Rodri. Really dropping into a little pocket of space here. Cancelo on the wide left-hand side. Man City fan 123 says, can you give me a shout out? There you go. Here's Laporte. Rodri. Rodri into Gundogan. On the turn, Ilkay Gundogan. Into Kevin De Bruyne. City still look dangerous though, don't they? De Bruyne. Ball into the box here. Blocked away. Gundogan. Wide to Akanji. And back to Ruben Diaz. Rodri. Wide to Cancelo on this left-hand side. Let's go behind to Jack Grealish. He doesn't do. Back to Laporte. Laporte finds Grealish in space on his left-hand side. One-on-one here, Grealish. Grealish, little back heel into Cancelo. Joao Cancelo. Cancelo. Left-footy cross to the far post to Manuel Akanji. Nodded away by Mohamed Darami. Away from the path of Akanji, who keeps it in and goes back to Diaz. City still look the better. City still look like they've got 11 men. Just playing a weird formation. Back to Edison we go with City. Rodri. Rodri is, I mean, it's more like a back three maybe. Rodri playing centre-back. I don't know what City are playing here. Constantly changing formation. Cancelo. Grealish was in space there. Cancelo couldn't find him. Laporte. Gundogan. Into Cancelo. Little nutmeg on Haraldson. He's pulled back. Joao Cancelo, yellow card. Should be for Haraldson. Doesn't get it. We've got to try and get one of their players sent off. We really do. Pull on Cancelo by Haraldson there. On this byline here on the left-hand side. Gundogan. Rodri. Right to Kevin De Bruyne. City have got bodies going forward here. Julian Alvarez had made a run. Manuel Akanji, who's not a right back, is he? He's a very solid centre back, but he's not a right back. He's found himself there. Gundogan. Rodri. De Bruyne. Nathan Ake. Also an option perhaps to come on. Play left back, Cancelo back to right back. More natural in that position. Rodri. Jack Grealish. Haraldson up against him. Grealish. Little spin. Goes back. Cancelo. Rodri. City lacking a man in the build-up. Cancelo loses out to number 19 and wins it back. Well played, Joao Cancelo. Pushing and pulling him is the fullback. I think Cancelo's going to hold on to the ball a little bit more there and bait them into for the foul, really. That is what we need to do. We've got to get them on the yellow cards. Let them build up their cards. Diaz. Pep's not got his team right tonight, says MK. Well, the red card hasn't helped, or the dodgy refereeing, has it really? Cancelo on this far left-hand side, found by Rodri. Grealish with a bit of space in behind. Cancelo a couple of step-overs. Tries to clip one into Kevin De Bruyne, can't find him. Haraldson, nice little flick out. Here is Haraldson. He's having a very good game, the Icelandic international. Perhaps wanting the move to Manchester City. And here come Copenhagen coming forward again. They're running behind. Copenhagen slowing the game down. They can play more at their tempo with 11 men versus 10. Darami. Balling behind here, which Manuel Akanji will always deal with. Vape Shack Manchester says hi and thanks for the commentary again. If any team can do this, they'll be City. Well, I hope so. The refereeing has been, I mean, some of the worst refereeing you'll ever see. Grealish has been fouled now. Well, Grealish puts 2 feet into the Copenhagen player on the way down. Caramel Popcorn 98 says, yo, hello to you. I just see the starting 11. Is that normal? It is normal, yeah. You can see the starting 11 on your screen there. And the scores and the time. And Aymeric Laporte for City. Back to Rodri. Oh, thank you, Caramel Popcorn. I'm glad you like the channel. Laporte. Into Rodri, who's playing pretty much in a back three now. Alongside Diaz and Laporte. And the pressing of Copenhagen has pushed them back. Edison with a long ball in the left boot. Looking for Cancelo. Nice little pluck out there by Joao Cancelo. Around the corner for Julian Alvarez, but Joao Cancelo was strayed offside there, and that ball from Edison over the top. City playing with 10 men. If you've not seen what's happened in the game, City on 10 men at the moment. Christensen the left back. Still playing backwards, Copenhagen here. But they are playing more their game now, Copenhagen. I suppose the 10 men of City, that's levelled it quite easily for them. It's made it better for them anyway, because City were all over them. Here's Darami at the left-hand side. Darami, good skill. Pulled down by Akanji. Referee says goal kick. No foul by Manuel Akanji. This is a FIFA gameplay or a real life one, says Caramel Popcorn. This is commentary for City versus Copenhagen. that is currently playing right now. Akanji just stronger than the Dander army there. Edison short to Diaz. Rodri on the turn. City playing out from the back in. Nearly get caught out here. Gundogan was under pressure. Luckily, Rodri was there to mop up for City, but they were in a bit of trouble there. Laporte goes back across his own box to Ruben Diaz. City don't seem to have the chance to pass out at the moment, do they? They're struggling. Copenhagen's press just seems way more effective now they're playing 10 men. It didn't before that. It really didn't. Gundogan into Ruben Diaz. De Bruyne. Rodri. I feel like that red card may have just killed the game completely, and we might not see much of a game at all here today. Rodri. Jack Grealish driving forward for Manchester City. Into João Cancelo on this left-hand side. Captain Gundogan. Left-footed touch and turn. Back into the centre to Diaz on the centre circle. Akanji is firmly playing right back now. Rodri. Gundogan. Heavy touch. We're trying to get Copenhagen to come on to us really and play through them. Akanji's fouled here on the far side. It's a free kick for City. Foul by Christensen, the left back. Akanji went to go around him. And he just held off Manuel Akanji. 2 arms on Akanji, no interest in the ball at all. By Christensen. Aymeric Laporte. João Cancelo. City are struggling here. City are really struggling. Laporte. Rodri again. Ruben Diaz. De Bruyne. Little give and go by De Bruyne with Akanji. Akanji going forward. Gundogan. Can't break them down now. Gundogan. Rodri. Joel's been playing GTA. Unlucky for Rodri and Gomez. He says yeah, City are really struggling at the moment, but the 10 men hasn't helped at all, and the refereeing has been terrible. Alvarez, Gundogan, back to Alvarez. Referee stood in the way there. Well, the referee doing a bit of defending for Copenhagen. Copenhagen lump one forward to their army. It's over it and behind for a throw into City, but Julian Alvarez went for the return pass from Ilkay Gundogan, and the referee was blocking him off. Edison into Laporte here. City looking to try and break them down. It's going to have to be something pretty special, it feels like, at the moment. At the moment, City can't break through Copenhagen at all. Laporte. Ball in behind to João Cancelo. Well, City really shouldn't be messing up this game, should they? 3 points here and we qualify. And it's going to make it interesting in the group. Alvarez, Cancelo, Alvarez. Laporte. Rodri. Run by Akanji. From out to in. Just pulls them a little bit deeper, doesn't it? 5 minutes of added time here. João Cancelo one-on-one with Harrelson. Onto his left foot. Cross goes in. Block behind for a corner. I think City have got a good chance scoring from a corner. We've got, Aymeric Laporte, Diaz, Akanji. Rodri as well, he mustn't forget. You're all quite good in the air. That might be the best chance we're going to get. Kevin De Bruyne. Across the take, this one for City. Cameron Popcorn says, should Haaland play in your opinion? I would have rested him as well. I think you can't predict the referee being just this poor. De Bruyne with a swing in here. Chance for City. Akanji over the top of him. Rodri's onto it. Cross comes in again. Diaz at the far post. Headed behind for a corner. And Manuel Akanji was trying to get the game to be stopped there because he does believe that I think he fell on top of a Copenhagen player. A Copenhagen player could be seriously injured here. I don't know. Not very clear. See it again. Oh, that is... I hope they don't show another replay of that, but the Copenhagen player I don't think is getting up after that. Manuel Akanji falls, not by his fault, he's jumped for the header, he falls his full weight on the leg of the Copenhagen player, which he's facing the wrong way when he does fall, and it completely bends his knee pretty much the wrong way. I'd be very surprised if he doesn't get up if he doesn't play on. I mean, that could be an ACL injury, something like that. Caramel Popcorn's favourite club from his country is Dortmund. And you want Bellingham to play for City. Yeah, Bellingham's a very good player, isn't he? Very good player. I just don't see him joining Manchester City personally. But we'll have to see. I can't see his Copenhagen player continuing here. I've just seen his knee bend the wrong way. There's just no way he's getting up and playing on his knee. I can't believe he's even running up the side of the field here. I cannot believe he's even running up the side of the field here. De Bruyne on the corner. Cross comes in. Grabara. Good goalkeeping by Grabara. Very good goalkeeping. Akanji Ramos in that clash, it says Joel. Actually, Akanji wiped the game stop straight away. There's nothing Akanji could do about it. He heads the ball and he's falling over. And as he hits the ground, the Copenhagen players just stood behind him. I don't know how he's come back on. This guy must have knees made of steel, because how he's come on after doing that, I've no idea. I have absolutely no idea how he's just come on there. I've seen his knee bend the wrong way. And he's here passing the ball around. Ridiculous. So 3 minutes of the added time played here at the moment. City don't particularly look like scoring. Here he is again. I tell you what, if City get a counter, I'd run it in with the injured knee. Darami on the turn here. Got Cancelo back trying to catch up with him. Copenhagen go backwards. I think Copenhagen getting a draw against City, they'll be very, very happy with. Chance for Haraldson here. Haraldson with a strike. It's just past the post. Probably about 4 foot wide, but well played by the Copenhagen player. Picked the ball up on the edge of the box, turned. Laporte, he's just too far away from him. Stands off him. I mean, that goes towards the bottom corner for Haraldson. I suspect it would have gone in. Edison, I think, was beaten if it was in the bottom corner. Towards the City fans, it's actually quite far away wide, in fact. Couldn't get the kill on it, could the Icelandic youngster. Long forward here. Alvarez taken down. De Bruyne. Oh, great skill by De Bruyne. Back to Alvarez. Still Alvarez. Great run into De Bruyne. De Bruyne! Gets it all wrong, does he? No, it's a corner. City with a great chance to take the lead there. Good work from Alvarez and De Bruyne. Great footwork from Julian Alvarez. De Bruyne took it off Julian Alvarez there. I think if he'd left it with him, Alvarez scores. Because De Bruyne is running correct to the space. Might be last chance of the game here. 4 minutes 30 seconds gone in the first half. Last chance of the first half anyway. De Bruyne with a swing in. Cleared away at the near post. It's a poor corner by Kevin De Bruyne. Doesn't even beat the first man. Joao Cancelo. Goes all the way back to Edison. I think that might be it. Unless Edison gets this one long, which he does do. Smashes it long to Kevin De Bruyne. De Bruyne heads it on. And it's into the stands. Not the best of passes from Edison. Whose passing's been a bit straight, I've seen recently. Especially the home games as well. We've seen Edison make quite a few mistakes. So 50 minutes football we've seen. The referee surely blows the half-time whistle here. Although we'll give Copenhagen one last chance here as they run at City. They work it wide to Darami. Darami, one-on-one with Diaz. Pulls it back. Haraldson on the right foot. Tackle by Jack Grealish. And he's given it a free kick the other way. I don't even know what's going on there. Haraldson wanted a penalty. I think in the end he ends up kicking Jack Grealish. Alvarez is better than Nunez right now. He's like a wasp when he runs and dribbles. He's been brilliant there, Alvarez. I think De Bruyne sort of took it off him. Punters must be losing a fortune, says MK. Caramel Popcorn for a FIFA career mode. Who would you rather sign, Antia or Nkunku as a winger? I'd sign Nkunku. So, free kick for City here. It was Haraldson who caught Grealish, the referee decided. Long by Edison. 40 minutes, 45 minutes and more. He's up. Half time, City 0. Copenhagen 0 here. In a game which has been utterly ridiculous with refereeing decisions from the start. 28 minutes of just VAR infested nonsense, which has sort of ruined the game completely. Red card for Sergio Gomez within that. A free kick from the wrong spot. We saw a goal disallowed for a supposed handball. And we saw a penalty given for a supposed handball. Honestly unbelievable. Grealish to go to a shocking game. I just don't know. VAR certainly stole the show in the first half. We'll see what second half brings, says Vape Shack Manchester. It's going to be interesting, isn't it? It's going to be very interesting what we see from City in that second half. I'm going to have a short break over half-time. I'll play one little advert for you guys. If you want to join Grealish the GOAT there in the We Are City Silver Club, the Grealish the GOAT is loving the We Are City Silver Club. He's quite a few episodes in front of you in the FIFA career mode because, of course, he gets early access. We'll see you guys for the second half after this little short break where hopefully City can go and get 3 points here today, but it's going to be a real difficult test, isn't it? So, introducing the We Are City Worldwide Fan Channel Club Membership Scheme. It's a chance for you guys to support the channel just a little bit more. In this video, this short little video, I'm just going to explain to you what it is, what you'll get from each of them, and will it affect the channel? That's probably the main question you guys are thinking of. Of course, you guys want to know, will it affect the channel? I'll answer that straight away. No, nothing on the channel will change. Everything will be exactly the same. It already is. Nothing's changing. This membership scheme, this club, the We Are City Club, is just a little bit extra for you guys if you want to, really support the channel and just get a little bit extra. And in that case, you'll be paying. So I'll tell you what it is and what you'll get for each one. So the We Are City Bronze Club, this is our, first starting tier of membership. And to be part of the Bronze Club, it would be 99p a month, a pound a month really, £12 a year, that's all it is. And for that, you get the basics, but you do get a little bit extra than that. So you get the loyalty badges that I've curated that are on screen now. So the longer you're a member, the better the loyalty badge gets, and eventually you can be a Champions League winner here with your Bronze Club. You can be get these, so you can use them in live streams, these custom emojis here. I've made a few of them. As you guys, start to become members, the more I can add. So these are the current ones at the moment that you guys can use. And then finally, one that is an exclusive thing just for you guys is career mode uncut gameplay, or any gaming video uncut gameplay. So when I put the videos out and you guys watch them, the gameplay is cut into highlights to keep the videos down to around 40 minutes. The gameplay will be uncut, so the video will be about an hour long, maybe a bit longer, and the gameplay is the full game. You can watch the full game, no highlights, no edits, get to see every little bit of action. That's what you get if you join the We Are City Bronze Club. So if you join the We Are City Silver Club, that would be $3.99 per month, a little bit more, but this is what I'd call our main membership scheme. This is the one you want to be on if you want the real extras. So you get, just like before, the loyalty badges, the custom emojis, and also the career mode uncut gameplay, but you get a lot more extra. You get early access to every single upload and every bit of content on this channel. So every time I upload a video, I tend to upload, sometimes I can be in 3 months advance, sometimes I can be in a few days advance, but every single time, as soon as I upload that video, you guys get to watch it. You watch it instantly. Never wait for a video ever again. They'll be right on your screen. You can even watch them as box sets and maybe watch a full season if you wait a few weeks, where some people will only be 3 or 4 episodes in. If you're our Silver Club member, you can watch a full box set possibly of the We Are City career mode gaming episodes or so on. You also get a little bit extra than that. You get an exclusive career mode series, a career mode series that only you as Silver Club and above Gold Club members will get to see. That is something which is pretty exciting. A series just for you guys, a series that won't be on the channel at all. You also get a monthly live Q&A where you guys get to ask me about the ongoings on the channel, what's going off the channel and so on, and give your input on whether you think that we should do a certain thing or not. You guys are really important. And also you get photos and status updates. So that is a little thing which is not massive, but every time I make a sign in the career mode or I do anything in career mode, you get to see it ages in advance. I'll take a picture, post it on the community tab, only for you guys as members to see, to know what is happening behind the scenes here on the channel. And finally, our highest tier of membership will be to join the We Are City Gold Club. £5.49 per month. You may say that is quite steep, but listen to the extras you get on this. You get the badges and the custom emojis. You get the early access to every single upload. You get the career mode uncut gameplay. You get monthly live Q&As just like the silver level. You get exclusive career mode series, but just a bit more than that. You get member polls, you get shout outs in videos. Your name will be mentioned in our videos. You will be ingrained in the DNA of this channel. And then finally, you get live commentary on non-Man City matches. So I do live commentary on the City games. You guys will be able to listen to me do live commentary together with you, sharing non-Man City matches. So we'll put out a schedule. You guys, the gold members, will pick which games you wish me to do the commentary on, and I'll do a commentary on one of those games which you guys get to watch along with me. It's really exciting if you're a gold member. I know that a gold member is a massive, massive change. Silver members where you want to be, really. That's our main one. Gold members just a little bit extra for, suppose, you super fans who want to support the channel. And honestly, it is really appreciated if you join any level of our club's bronze, silver or gold club. That extra exclusive content you guys will get. Now, I've looked at what other creators have done with their memberships, and I think I am offering way more than a lot of them are. You get, you know, bang for your buck, as they say. I'm trying to offer as much as I can for the lowest price possible, because I believe you guys deserve that here on the channel. So nothing changed on the channel. Membership scheme is now live. Please go ahead. If you want to be a member of the We Are City channel, if you want to join the club, then join it. Your support is really appreciated. I understand if you can't join, don't feel the need to join. But if you want to support the channel, just to get this to another level and be ingrained, like I said, if you're a gold member, ingrained in the DNA of the channel, mentioned in every video, then please go and join. Click that join button, join the We Are City club, and join us and be a member today.
Got enough of every melody, they all sound the same. Yeah, for my broken heart, no remedy, but maybe if you stay, we can get away with it. 'Cause you make me love my imperfections, answer all my questions, just to show me what's on the other side of inhibition. No apologies, my baby. How do you do? 'Cause I'm feeling so good. Ooh. How do you do? 'Cause I'm feeling so good. Ooh. Oh, my darkest memories, now let me fall back. But you'll be there ready to rescue me if I go out of track. You can get away with it. Cause you make me love my imperfections, answer all my questions, just to show me what's on the other side of inhibition. No apologies, my baby. What do you do? Cause I'm feeling so good.
So we're back for the second half, Manchester City versus Copenhagen, which is very close to kicking back off again. Man City fan 123 says hi, hello to you. Good to have you here. City struggling at the moment in a game which isn't entirely their fault to be struggling in. Sergio Gomez with some very, very inexperienced defending, I suppose. Silly defending. One, to let Harrelson get the run on him, but two, to pull him down. I never thought he would get away with that one. In the end, he doesn't get away with that one. It is given as a red card. But the game started well for City. City looked all over Copenhagen. Copenhagen were pressing highly, but City always found a way through that press. However, the game was completely changed after Rodri scored an utter screamer. He did lovely strike, by the way, into the top corner on his right foot. Hit it so sweetly. Referee then went back to VAR and checked the build-up to the goal, which it might have clipped Riyad Mahrez's hand. He checked it 10, 20, 30, 40 times it seemed, and then decided handball and ruled the goal out. Then we move on to where City then had a next chance, where cross came in at the corner, Manuel Akanji goes for a header. Boylsson, the Copenhagen midfielder defender, has two hands on Manuel Akanji's shirt, and that causes Akanji, when he goes to head the ball, you can't head it because the ball bounced off the arms of Boylsson. Referee again goes to VAR monitor. This is all within 28 minutes, guys. Checks it quite a few times and then goes penalty to Manchester City. Up steps Riyad Mahrez, designated penalty taker. Not sure why. And Riyad Mahrez hits it straight, sort of a middle side of the net, the left-hand side, sort of middle area. Very good height for the goalkeeper, Grabara, who saves it. Still 0-0. Copenhagen play a nice ball. I think it's Darami in behind between Laporte and Sergio Gomez, who's lost his man Harrelson, who's out of position. And Gomez, his way to defend that is to lock arms with Harrelson and drag him away from the ball. It's a clear red card. The referee doesn't give it. Then around, 2 minutes into play, the referee decides that it is a red card after checking on the VAR monitor 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 times to see the foul. And then he happens to give a free kick in a completely different area, which I don't get because the referee was watching it. So City 0, Copenhagen 0. City playing with 10 men. Gomez given a red card. City struggling from there on to try and break down this Copenhagen team, who seem to feel like maybe the levels have been levelled a little bit between the two sides. Copenhagen with a great chance now of coming away perhaps with 3 points and nicking this one. And City then would it not be in a precarious position in the Champions League, because you expect them to beat Sevilla and you expect them to beat Borussia Dortmund at Signal Iduna Park. Actually, Juventus are 2-0 down. They're also having a shocker, 2-0 down to, I think, an Israeli side at half-time, which is pretty much unbelievable. So these early kickoffs seem to have a big effect on teams and a big effect on players, and this one already is. City, a bit of a way off the opposition, and that is purely because we're on 10 men. I don't think there's any other reason for that. I still think we've actually looked not too bad on the ball. Yes, we're a way off than we were earlier on in the game, where we looked a level above. Now we look a little bit more even, but I still think we're probably still better than them, even with them on 10 men. So we'll have to see how I was on 7. I'll have to see how things go. Dortmund and Sevilla, I think, is tomorrow. We've got Chelsea as well play tomorrow against AC Milan. So they will be pretty good games as well. Dortmund, Sevilla. We need Sevilla to do us a favour, really. Get a draw against Borussia Dortmund, and that would put City in a more comfortable position in the Champions League. That is if that is possible. I'm not quite sure if that will be possible. Sevilla not in a good run at the moment, not in a good patch of their club's history, and perhaps they'll get relegated down to the Europa League, and that is fine for them, because that is what Sevilla are brilliant at, going in the Europa League, and hopefully they can start to find their feet, go on and win that competition. So a lot of City fans have travelled to Denmark, to Copenhagen, to watch this game, not to see Erling Haaland, who's on the bench. I don't think we'll see Erling Haaland come off the bench. Pep Guardiola seems deep in thought here, looking down at the ground as he thinks about what is the best thing to do. Pep Guardiola, not sure what to do, I don't think, or the ideas to do in this game. He's running out of ideas, possibly. Because what else can you do? So how many goals will City score in this game? No one's quite sure, are they? No one's quite sure yet. Hi, says Knowledge NK. Hello to you, Knowledge NK. Welcome to our live coverage here of the game. Expected City to score quite a few goals, and when Rodri scored that opening one, I expected quite a few. It's not gone that way, has it? City versus Copenhagen. Referee whistle in mouth. Copenhagen players ready. Second half is underway. Here we go. Can City find a way through this Copenhagen side with 10 men? We've come out. Different formation here. A very different formation. It is a back five here. Rodri's in the centre of the back five. Laporte to the left of him, Diaz to the right. Then it's a Kanji at right wing back and Joao Cancelo at left wing back. We've then got Alvarez up top with Grealish, Gundogan and De Bruyne in a midfield three. Interesting from City. Interesting tactics from Pep Guardiola here as he looks to combat the 10 men. I see you have 3.37 subscribers. It's free to subscribe. Hope you reach 4K soon. Love your commentary. Thank you very much, MK. We're hoping to get around 5,000 by the time the World Cup comes about, but that, I think, is unachievable. 4,000 will be brilliant by the time the World Cup comes around. Manuel Akanji throws the ball in for City here. And Diaz all the way back to goalkeeper Edison. I feel like it's going to be a bit of a dull second half, if I'm honest with you. Be stale. I think it's going to be a lot of City passing around and trying to break down Copenhagen, and Copenhagen getting chances. Cancelo. City seem to be really lacking a forward option. Intercepted here by the defender for Copenhagen. That's him who bent his knee. I don't know how he's still playing. Ball in behind here by Copenhagen. Over hit. Cancelo reads it. Edison up, long and away for Jack Grealish to chase. Copenhagen deal with it. City could win it back here. Gundogan well played. I think that Haraldson looked really, really impressive. The young Icelandic player. And he's on the ball here, Haraldson. In the middle too. Away from Kevin De Bruyne. Unfortunately, I don't know the names of the Copenhagen players other than Haraldson, Christensen at left back. Christie says City always overreact to going down to 10 men. Overcautious even against much weaker teams. Well, City are being very overcautious here, Chris. You're quite right with the 5 at the back and the 3 in midfield. Well, ball in behind here. Rodri reads it well. Inside the box here. Liga picks up the ball. Switch on to his right foot. Tries to play a little ball in behind to the striker for Copenhagen. Luckily, Rodri just sticks out his right heel. Clips it away. Haraldson across the corner. And he put in a really good corner in the first half, did Haraldson. He crossed to take one here. Darami is an option short for Haraldson. Looking to swing one in. Made Edison make a save from the corner in the last one. Haraldson swings it in. It's towards the near post. This time, it's too narrow from Haraldson. He seems to sort of go for goal from his corners. Does the midfielder, or winger today. It's a waste. It's a waste. They've managed to get a corner, Copenhagen, and they throw it away. Here's Diaz. Edison. Crosses box to Laporte. Right-footed switcher play by Laporte is absolutely unreal. But Christensen reads it. Doesn't find Manuel Akanji. Oh, a little step over from Christensen away from Kevin De Bruyne. Into Haraldson. Lays it off to his midfielder. Full back on the right-hand side. Cross it in. Ilkay Gundogan deals it. City come the other way. I think City have got to catch from the counter. Kevin De Bruyne tries to knock it into Julian Alvarez. Can't find him. Alvarez helping City out defensively. Here's Christensen. Goes down under pressure from Rodri. Darami here. Darami, good skill. Pressure on him by Rodri. Darami across the box here. Copenhagen probably should score. He's behind for a corner, and Christensen, he's rallied up the Copenhagen fans here. Corner ball. Copenhagen have come out a different side second half. I think Darami's offside there. Massively offside. Don't think VAR will go and check that one though, will they? Rodri had to be careful there because he had his hands all over Darami. An attempt to defend against him. Copenhagen fans are jumping up and down brilliantly. Haraldson doesn't take this one. It's Christensen the left back. Swinging here. Good header, nearly. Across the box, City get it away. Joao Cancelo. In the middle to Ilkay Gundogan. Looking for a pass, Gundogan. There isn't one. Mawuli says 2-0 for City. It's a good prediction. I'm not sure it's going to work out that way. Long by City behind for a throw-in. Can't clear it away. Can I merit Laporte? Joao Cancelo. Copenhagen get a throw-in right near the corner flag. They take it quickly. On a turn here. It's the centre circle. Oh, they've had to go all the way back to the goalkeeper. Good pressing from City. That's really good pressing. Gundogan sort of playing in central midfield on his own at times. Oh, good header by Cancelo. Jack Grealish is pushed over here. Still no yellow card for the fullback. He's made quite a few fouls. Grealish quickly in behind to Joao Cancelo. City playing in a much quicker format. Cancelo with a little nutmeg here. Joao Cancelo into Alvarez on the turn. Alvarez with a shot blocked away. Manuel Akanji finds himself in a forward position in the box. Akanji pulls it back to De Bruyne. De Bruyne on his left foot. Oh, nice shot from Kevin De Bruyne. Tries to bend it to the far left-hand corner. Good save by Gabara. In the end, it was a good height. Chris says he wishes the VAR could review Pratt on the tannoy. He needs his megaphone turning off. Well, Copenhagen were the same when they came to the Etihad. All game on the megaphones, orchestrating the team. Grealish to go. We are City Silver Club member is back. And speaking of Grealish, he's on the ball now for City. Grealish into Gundogan. Joao Cancelo. Little step overs. Crossing by Cancelo dealt with by, I think it's Boiler, the centre-back for Copenhagen. Replay De Bruyne's chance here on the left foot, edge of the box. Tried to bend it to the far corner. A good height for Guevara, really, to make the save. Gundogan. Laporte. Playing high at the field now, City, when they have the chance to. But when Copenhagen on the ball, City seem very, very deep. Rodri. Wide to Cancelo. He's got Grealish in support. Cancelo tries to clip one into Julian Alvarez. It's a difficult pass to pull off that. To get it to dip between the defenders that Joao Cancelo pulled off. He couldn't find Julian Alvarez. And Copenhagen back in possession. Christensen. And they work it amongst the centre-backs. It's a heavy pass by one centre-back to the other. It's behind for a throw-in for City. It was Luno on a yellow card. Tried to pass it to his teammate. Really overhit pass. Gives City a chance further up the field. Here's Rodri. Gundogan. Rodri. City work it wide here. Cancelo. It's over. Jack Grealish here. Mistake by City. Copenhagen come forward. They've got space in the midfield if they can find the midfielders. Out to Luno. Christensen, the left back, in space as well for them. City are getting back into the shape pretty quickly. Manuel Akanji's playing like right midfield. Diaz, he's playing at right back and Akanji's playing right midfield. You think City would take him off for an attacking option, but clearly Pep Guardiola thinks the fight at the back is necessary. Ball behind Cancelo here to Haraldson. I'm guessing the end of it here. I have to say, Copenhagen, they're showing a lot of bravery the way they play. Ball into the midfield. Darami in space. Nice little drop by Darami. Then he's off with the pace, Darami. Away from Diaz and Rodri. Darami. Good challenge by Rodri. Helps his side out, but he has got blistering pace as Darami. Was signed from Copenhagen by Ajax around 15 million euros. In the end, he didn't really look impressive for Ajax. He's gone back to Copenhagen on loan. And looks to him being impressive again. He has been in the two City fixtures anyway, so far. Christensen. Darami. Up against Diaz one-on-one. Darami can't get the cross in. It's a good tackle by Diaz and it's a goal kick. He looks like a very raw talent, Darami, I'd have to say. I think he'd been linked with City quite a few times. City have been scouting him. And still are scouting him, apparently, when he's been playing for Denmark's youth team. It's a good tackle that by Diaz. Lucky he didn't roll his ankle too badly there, Diaz, because it did seem like his ankle did roll. Akanji for City. Into Gundogan. Flicked over the top to Alvarez. Read by the defender. Gundogan a header back into the midfield. Gets it straight back to Copenhagen. We've got a chance here from range. The strike! And he drags it wide. Ilkay Gundogan directs his header completely the wrong direction. And nearly give Copenhagen a chance of getting the opening goal. So good strike. Nearly. I think if he's further to the right of the box there, Stamenek, he dragged that into the bottom right-hand corner. In the end, He's too far to the left-hand side. He drags it quite far away, wide of the post. Goal kick for Manchester City here in the 54th minute. Edison, an absolutely terrible goal kick. Drops at the foot of Rodri, who is the deepest player. I mean, I just don't know what he was doing there, Edison. Laporte nods it back to him. I think Edison's kicking's been absolutely poor. I don't know why, but especially his long kicking. Even the Premier League games, his kicking long has been not the level that you expect it to be. Edison rolls it out to Rodri on the right of him. Rodri, great pass into Grealish. Turns the wrong way there, Grealish. He's fouled again. The same player's made 4 or 5 fouls on Jack Grealish. Jack Grealish says to the referee, that's number 4, and you've still not booked the player. So how many is he allowed? Same player has fouled Grealish 4 times now. Here's Diaz. Over £2.7 million bet on City on Betfair. And City have lost the ball again here. And here's Harrelson on the counter. Wide to his fullback. Cross into the box here. Diaz just marshals the Copenhagen player. Gives him a little shrug. He want a penalty, not going to get it. Akanji against Durrami. Oh, brilliant by Akanji. Brilliant by Akanji to clear that away. Alvarez into Rodri. Gundogan. Diaz. Grealish turns. Grealish is going to try and run at them here. Well done, Grealish. Off he goes, Grealish. Still going, Grealish. Gets us up the field, doesn't he? Brilliantly there. Gundogan. Grealish again. De Bruyne. Grealish once more. He's becoming heavily involved in this game on that left-hand side. Gundogan. Cancelo. Rodri. Rodri knocks it forward, looking for space. Goes to Manuel Akanji on this right-hand side. City have got nothing up the right-hand side. Akanji's way too defensive. That's not his role, is it, to be an attacking player? And he's just sitting so deep, Akanji, that it gives us no options on that right-hand side. Only on the left. Ridai says, I'm sorry, I'm late. Wi-Fi problems. What's happening to City? No problem, Ridai. The referee, Sergio Gomez, got sent off, and that was it. City have not been the same, really, since. There's Ilkay Gundogan for City. De Bruyne. Grealish. Cancelo. Into De Bruyne. Nice idea, just couldn't pull it off. Harrelson away. Only as far as Gundogan. Cancelo around the corner to Grealish. Grealish into De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne. Couldn't pull it across the box. He's put it behind for a goal kick. Crazy Grape 5-2 says, what's up, everyone? We're doing good. City aren't quite at the moment. There's a good ball there by Grealish in behind to KDB. But De Bruyne's going to go across the box here. In the end, he just puts it straight to the side netting. Can't get his boot round it. His left boot anyway. Durrami's gone there. They didn't look for that ball in behind. Durrami against Diaz seems like a tough one. Diaz is telling Akanji, please just drop in for us at the back. I think it shows a good test for City, especially with Haaland on the bench. Hopefully we get back into this issue with the clinical passing. What's your prediction? Ooh, I think City are going to either win 1-0 or lose 1-0. I can see it going either way at the moment. I really can. It's either going to be a 1-0 win for City or a 1-0 win for Copenhagen. I can't see many goals in this game, particularly. I think City will find a way. I can't see Haaland coming on, though. I think he will be rested. Crazy Grape says 3-3-3. What's going on? 10 men, Crazy Grape. 10 men. Gomez sent off. Mahrez subbed off on Akanji, and Copenhagen are set to make their first substitution of the game. Here's Christensen. Wide on the left-hand side. But Durrami decides to go back into the centre. City really defensive here. Literally every player is in the defensive area. Cancelo leaves that one and throw in for Manchester City. Smart by Cancelo. It's Johansson who's going to come on for Copenhagen. But I mean, every City player, you know, we've got a bank of 5 at the back, 3 in the middle, and then Alvarez there as well. Grealish. Can't keep this. And it's a throw into Copenhagen. And Grealish can't believe it. He thinks it came off the Copenhagen player there. Well, Johansson's going to come on. Ridai said, how did Mahrez miss a penalty? He hit it straight in the middle. Well, he hit it to the left-hand side of the net, but like in the middle, not the top corner, not the bottom corner. And, you know, how Mahrez usually misses penalties, actually. Well, Haraldson, I think, has been their best players coming off. For us, that's great. And Isak Berkman Johansson comes on. I'm glad Haraldson's gone off. Crazy Grape says, well, the ref has been very poor, Crazy Grape. VAR, I mean, the referee, with no point even being on the field, because the referee's not even decided anything. It's been VAR, and any decisions the ref has made have been pretty poor. Cancelo lumps it away. Grealish trying to hold off the defender there, but he couldn't get hold of it. Not strong enough there, Jack Grealish, really. So he's not someone who can do it in the air. Red Eye says Mahrez does it every time. He does. He needs to stop taking penalties, doesn't he? But I don't know. I don't know why De Bruyne doesn't take him, or Alvarez maybe. Alvarez scored him for River Plate. Show some confidence in the young man. Copenhagen here. Under pressure from Alvarez. Good pressure from Alvarez. Oh, referee doesn't touch him there. Just goes down the Copenhagen player. A free kick to Copenhagen. I take it back. Alvarez just gives him a real good push, he does, after he's passed it. Copenhagen behind here and well read by Laporte. Easily read by Laporte. Ederson. Well, it means he will be out without Sergio Gomez for the next, what, 3 Champions League games? Because it's a red card, or is it just a one game since it was a straight red for not, you know, a violent conduct? So then it does mean a bit of trouble for... Oh, Roger with a terrible pass. It does mean a bit of trouble for City because with Walker out injured and Stones out injured, we haven't got a right back either. The Gomez got a straight red, 2 yellow cards. Straight red, red eye. He pulled down their player on the edge of the box when they were through on goal. It was stupid. I just don't know what he was doing. I don't know what he was thinking at all. Rodri out to Akanji here. There's nothing for him to pass to on the right hand side. Diaz. Rodri. Rodri drives forward here. Into Laporte. I'm at Laporte here. Wide to Cancelo. De Bruyne stood waiting. Laporte. The movement from City there wasn't great. Didn't give Laporte many options. De Bruyne stood right next to him. Diaz. Akanji. Rodri again. On the centre circle. City, when in possession, do look progressive. Do look like they're trying to score. Grealish. Laporte. De Bruyne. Cancelo. City just trying to find a way here, but you've got to remember we've got one less man to pick in the final third, haven't we? With all the defensive players on as well, it's making it very, very difficult. Rodri. Cancelo. Grealish. Grealish being pushed and pulled again by the same player who's not yet to receive a yellow card. Diaz. Rodri. Laporte. He's just knocking it round between the defenders. Good pressing from Copenhagen, who've pushed forward now. I think City need to make a bit more of a risk in their pass. Akanji. Pushed by Christensen. Gundogan. Great skill by Gundogan. He's pulled down. No yellow card again, I bet. No. No yellow card for anyone wearing a white shirt. Stamich this time. Laporte for City. Grealish. Come on, Jack. Need a bit of magic here from Jack Grealish if we can. Or De Bruyne, Alvarez, someone like that. Cancelo, Grealish. Grealish just can't control it. Not the best of passes from Joao Cancelo, actually. And a ball in behind here. And a foot race with Rodri. And Rodri being pushed all over the place. And he flicks it back to Ederson. Well done, Rodri. Dealt with that brilliantly. Akanji. Diaz. Ederson on the right foot. Lumps it forward. Grealish. Doesn't win the header. But Laporte might win the next one. And they want to foul here, Copenhagen. They play on. Laporte tells him to get up. There was nothing in that from Laporte. Here is Gundogan in the centre circle. Literally the only man in midfield. And Gundogan's not happy with Cancelo or Grealish's movement here. He's telling them to come more narrow. Laporte. They need options, City's midfield, really. Or City's defence, because it's mainly a defence here at the moment. Rodri. Look at Akanji in space on this right side. Plenty of space. I'm looking right at him. City not looking for him. Diaz finally does get to Akanji. But then he's under pressure from Christensen, who once again goes straight to the back of Akanji. Who's asking the linesman, is he allowed to foul him every time here? That's the second or third foul he's had on Akanji. Cancelo. Grealish. Cancelo. Laporte, City. Really trying to find a way to break this Copenhagen side down. Jack Grealish tackled And it's a corner for City. Erling Haaland is warming up. Red Ice, which player could make a difference from the bench? Not Haaland. Ooh. Cole Palmer, perhaps. Cole Palmer, perhaps. Bernardo Silva, Phil Foden. I'd say probably Bernardo or Foden are the two favourites, aren't they? I'd say actually just a decent... I'd say, you know what, strangely, I'd put a Kanji in at the back or something and put an actual right wing back on. Chance here for City from a corner. Diaz heads it up and straight over the bar. We need someone who's an actual attacking right back. Someone who's got an offensive idea about them, because at the moment Akanji isn't that. And there's nothing against Akanji, he's playing brilliantly. But we need someone who's attacking on that right-hand side. But maybe I think Pep wouldn't throw in a young player in this sort of situation, where it's very, very close. Crazy Grapes is nearly 4K. What a journey it's been, eh? Yeah, I mean, 4,000 subscribers. 4,000 subscribers nearly. And on the road to 5, perhaps. Thrown here by Akanji. And down to Diaz. I said it could be a stale second half, and it is at the moment. Not too much going on. I feel like whoever wins this game, like I said before, someone has to, you know, what your prediction? It's going to be 1-0 to City or 1-0 to Copenhagen. There's not going to be any more goals than that. Here's Diaz. I mean, they'll take a 0-0 all day, won't they? Diaz running forward for City. Diaz straight into the defender, wins a throw-in far way up the field now. Christensen, the man who blocks it. Manuel Akanji over it. Bit of an overhit pass. Or throw. Diaz. Gundogan. Rodri. Rodri's got De Bruyne in space here. He's in space. De Bruyne. De Bruyne to the far post. Julian Alvarez. A push in the back on Julian Alvarez. And it's a corner. I thought there was a foul on Alvarez there. Right in the back of him. Comes the defender. I think he's just a bit stronger than Alvarez, in fact. Alvarez doesn't appeal for it. Corner, Manchester City. I think the best chance we've got of scoring a goal is from a corner. You know, we've got someone like De Bruyne on the cross, and then Akanji and someone in the box. All the new people, it's great to see the channel growing over the years. It's Crazy Grape. Thank you, yeah. Corner for Kevin De Bruyne to take. Swings one in. Diaz in there. Laporte pushed in at the far post. He wants a penalty. Gundogan tackled and taken down, and Copenhagen counter. No, they don't. Joao Cancelo, well read, and Cancelo gets City back in the attack again. Cancelo into the box here. Copenhagen clear once more. Oh, and Alvarez is hunting them down. Christensen. Rodri in his back. Holden Rodri. Into Darami behind for a throw-in. City wanted a penalty here. We'll have a look. Oh, I don't think Laporte's getting it anyway. I don't think it was a foul. How's Grealish playing this Crazy Grape? He's playing okay. I think he's being hampered by the fact that we've only got 10 men on the field. I think every player's struggling with that fact. One less pass, isn't it? One less pass for every player. It does make it difficult. Copenhagen look to play it forward. Nice clipping behind here. Oh, nice play by him. Laporte there, missed it. Cancelo into Grealish. City with a chance here. Grealish got 3 men he's up against. Got to try and beat him. He does well there, Grealish. Gundogan around the corner to Rodri. City with another chance here. Rodri into KDB. Bit of an overhit pass. De Bruyne, Akanji. Rodri again. We need to find Julian Alvarez in a position. He'll be there to finish it, won't he? Aymeric Laporte. Cancelo. Laporte again. Grealish gives it away. Diaz picks it back up and he gives it away. Gundogan wins it back for City and he gives it away. Copenhagen a 3-on-3 here. 3-on-4 now. Switch to Christensen, the fullback. Heavy touch, Manuel Akanji with an absolutely wonderful sliding challenge. Just does not put a foot wrong, Manuel Akanji, does he, at the moment? So solid. Unbelievably solid. Christensen. The man he tackled, I think. Copenhagen continue to work it round the back. City is so deep when we're defending, though. We've got a back 5 with a midfield 3 in front. And Alvarez at the top of it. So deep from City. Copenhagen should be doing a lot better, shouldn't they, with 11 men? Should be doing a lot better at breaking this Man City side down. Alvarez might nick this one, he can't do. But he'll chase it down and City will get a bit further forward here. Stray pass that's gone back to the goalkeeper, Grabara. And City keep the pressure on. Copenhagen play out well. Looking for a pass they are for themselves. Johansson, who's come on that right-hand side for Haraldson. I don't know how the centre-back's still on for them. Ball over top here. They're in here, Copenhagen. Touch round Rodri, who gives him a little bit push in the back here, Rodri. Edison comes out to it. Bit of a push in the back, but not much. I will say it's crazy how City keep the ball even with 10 men. Only disadvantage is the less men running. Less man pressing to make runs yet. Rodri had a hand in the back of the Copenhagen player there. Could have been a penalty, but it wasn't given. Oh, good interception by Mamola Kanji given to him. Christensen tries to block him off again. There's Mamola Kanji. Christensen there on Akanji, and Akanji loses possession. Just not got a pass, have we? On the wings, in the wide areas, City haven't got a pass. At all. We're playing without Riyad Mahrez, without anyone on that right side at all. City have had 11 attempts so far. 7 corners. Copenhagen, 5 attempts. 4 corners. Christensen. It's a lot of space for him on this left-hand side, the wing back. And here come Copenhagen again. Here is Christensen. Bit of a menace he is. Mamola Kanji's just giving him a good kick. He was limping Christensen for a second there, trying to get a free kick. There's nothing in it. Here they go again. Back they go. Grabara, the goalkeeper. Alvarez pressing. Next season we're going to sell a defender who's going to be Stones, Ake, Laporte. I don't know. I don't know if we will. It's why one of my favourite City channels. I just want to hear the football. He's on about both sides. Yeah, I don't want to. I don't like being biased. Obviously, sometimes I must be. You do see things through City tinted glasses, don't you? But I try to be as impartial as possible. Switch a player to Christensen. And he drives forward now for Copenhagen. Too much space. Darami to the left of him. Against the Kanji. Darami. So run at the far post for Copenhagen. They don't find him though. Johansson's narrow. There is Johansson. Copenhagen can't find a way through City either. We're frustrating them also. Which is interesting, isn't it, considering we've got 10 men. Sort of show the quality they have. It looking like a 0-0. So there's a ball over here, over the top, and Edison off his line. Laporte read the run. Edison managed to pick the ball up. Not a bad idea from Boylson. Here's Diaz. De Bruyne. Akanji. Christensen wins it back off Akanji. That's poor from Mamola Akanji. Christensen with the ball into the box. Well read by Rodri. Akanji makes a tackle. Makes a throw in for Manchester City. And Mamola Akanji was very clever there because I think that was certainly a Copenhagen ball. But Akanji told Diaz to leave it as if they were both convinced it was a City ball. Diaz lumps this one away to the edge of his own box here. What a terrible clearance. Grealish. Back to Cancelo. City win it back though. Another foul on Jack Grealish here. And still no yellow card. Gundogan. No foul given. Grealish isn't happy. And he's having a bit of a word with the Copenhagen player. Christensen swing in here to the far post. Oh, Copenhagen should score. Johansson at the far post should score. What a ball in by Christensen. Christie says it looks like the game's limping to a 0-0 draw. Like a weak cup of Thai food tea. Hope I'm wrong. I don't think you're wrong, Chris. It does look like a 0-0, doesn't it? It is going towards a 0-0. What a ball in this is, by the way. Johansson should get there. And they should take the lead. Grealish has just flattened one of the Copenhagen players. Here is Jack Grealish. He's waiting for the foul, Grealish. You can tell. A bad pass by Grealish and behind to Cancelo. Grabara. Goalkeeper gets right underneath it. Behind for a throw into City, is it? No, it's just bounced just him. And now it is a throw into Manchester City. And Grealish is having a bit of a laugh with the Copenhagen player here. It's a Copenhagen throw-in. Rudai says Akanji's been class. He certainly has been class, Mamola Akanji, hasn't he? I mean, he lost the ball before then. But he looks up, he gets his head up, and there's just no options to pass to, unfortunately, on the right-hand side at all. I don't think City are looking at making substitutions either. We've got Anfield at the weekend against Liverpool. We'll be live again for that game. And the player playing the right at the back three for Copenhagen's had about 10 fouls in this game. He's not been put once. I don't know how he's got away with it. No idea. Christensen in space again on this left-hand side of the wing-back. He's worked really well for them. I don't think he's an incredible top-quality player. That ball he put in before for Johansson at the far post, who should have scored, that was a real top-quality cross. City pressing well. Copenhagen been forced all the way back to the goalkeeper. On the turn is the midfielder. Stojcic into the midfield. Good play by Copenhagen. They've got space now on this right-hand side if they can work it across quickly. Christensen, Durami had already gone way too early there. Christensen to the middle to Stamisic. Christensen went again. They need to put the ball... I mean, Copenhagen, if they want to beat Manchester City here, you can see the formula. It's about being brave with your passing and, backing yourself as a footballer and try and put those balls into behind those runs. And I think they'll have a good chance. Knowledge NK wants Foden and Silver in. Switch of play by Copenhagen to Christensen. Akanji straight through the side of him. Well done, Manuel Akanji. Oh, and he's injured, Manuel Akanji. This could be really bad news for City if Akanji's injured. Really bad news. If we lose to Liverpool, fair play to Arsenal being top of the league, says Redeye. Akanji falls to the ground. And seems to have felt on his shoulder. Let's see if this is a bad injury for Manuel. I mean, if he's injured, Akanji. I'm so glad we signed another centre-back, I suppose. But Stones and Akanji injured. City in trouble. Bernardo Silva, you're getting your wish, Knowledge. Bernardo Silva and Phil Foden are coming on for Manchester City. I assume for Grealish and De Bruyne, maybe. Grealish and Gundogan. 76 minutes played here. Akanji still down injured. Let's hope this is not serious. Looking like a shoulder injury for Manuel Akanji. Pep Guardiola, I think, is asking the staff if Akanji's going to be fit to continue. I think he is. Just have a look at Akanji here. A closer look at him. I think he's going to be okay. Just landed heavily on his shoulder. Ooh, just landed funny on his shoulder, did Manuel Akanji. I'm hoping he's going to be okay. So the first substitution of Manchester City is Kevin De Bruyne off for Bernardo Silva. And the next substitution is Jack Grealish for Phil Foden. It's a shame that Grealish didn't really have the best of games today. There's not much he could do, really. Not much any player can do. Once he went down to 10 men, it made it very difficult for City. Very, very difficult. That is City's second and third substitution. So De Bruyne are off, rested for the weekend against Liverpool. The same for Jack Grealish, possibly. Manuel Akanji's off the field, but I expect him to come back on. And Diaz has to kick it all the way back to the goalkeeper of Copenhagen. And I think Akanji's been coming onto the field now. So it is sort of more of a front three now. So we've got Bernardo Silva on the right-hand side. Foden on the left-hand side. Alvarez through the middle. And then Gundogan on his own in the midfield. But Bernardo and Foden, like Grealish and De Bruyne, will tuck inside. Kanji's lost his man there. Durami's played him behind here. He's got a one-on-one with Ruben Diaz. Shouldn't beat him. He's offside, Durami. Well played, City defensive line. This certainly has 0-0 written all over it, doesn't it? Ooh, he's not far offside, Durami, but he is certainly offside. He's very quick as well. He needs to time his run a bit better than that. Copenhagen set to make another substitution. Number 2, I assume he might be a right back. Their right back should be on a card, really. Made plenty of fouls. Here's Ruben Diaz. Rodrigo. Into Laporte. If we draw, we're still on top of our tables. Is Redeye quite right? It just means that we don't qualify, I think, immediately. Which is a shame. We expected to, do that in today's game. Rodrigo is forced all the way back to Ederson. Ederson looks long. Then behind to Cancelo, who chases it. Grabara might not get there. He's had to head at the goalkeeper. It's a throw-in for City. That's good from Ederson, actually. A testing pass between the defender and the goalkeeper. Grabara had no choice but to head it out. It's going to be a substitution here. And the referee has made the Copenhagen player go off the other side of the field. And it is Kolashavet, who he should have been on a yellow card. I don't know how he's not been booked today. And on comes Kevin Dix, the number 2. He was a right back. When you don't know players, you can tend to guess by the numbers. Although not always the case in the modern game, is it? Some players have ridiculously silly numbers. I suppose Phil Foden, number 47, if you didn't know him, you would have no idea where he played, I suppose. There is Rodri. Out to Manuel Akanji. On this right-hand side, Bernardo Silva. Into Gundogan. Back to Diaz. City just can't get forward at all. They really cannot get forward at all here. Rodri. Well, I expect it to be a more exciting game at Anfield on the weekend, where you can join us here, live on the We Are City channel for commentary. Jurgen Klopp's side in a bad patch of form. Manchester City maybe starting to hit it with this defeat. I think this defeat is just a blip though, isn't it? Diaz, good header. Bernardo Silva. Need to go forward, City. If you're going to nick the game, you've got to go forward. Well, the Copenhagen fans have all got banners in their hands, and they've all held them up with a big message across the fans, which looks absolutely brilliant. Here is Laporte, Rodri, Gundogan on the turn, the captain. Options now. Alvarez making runs for Gundogan, but Gundogan not going for an Ilkay Gundogan was very, very disappointed his side there. Bernardo Silva. Rodri. Rodri into Foden. Under pressure. He's done well. Oh, Gundogan and Bernardo Silva. Miscommunication. Darami on the turn here. Christensen's going down this left-hand side. Darami. Pressured from Alvarez. Darami gets away from him. Good ball as well by Darami. And a ball in behind here behind Laporte. What is Ederson doing? I don't know. And he comes out and clears it away. Laporte had that covered. Ederson decided to come out himself and clear that. 81 minutes played here. Well, one side might nick it, possibly. But that's the most you're going to see. That's all you're going to get, one side nicking it. We still play it around the back. Out to the defender. Oh, mistake here by Copenhagen. Can City capitalise on it? Ball into Julian Alvarez by Akanji. Gundogan, so slow, Ilkay Gundogan. He's fouled here by Stanisic for another foul. Is it going to be a yellow card for the player? I don't think so. He's just bounced the ball. That is dissent, and he does get a yellow card for dissent. That is the only reason he got a yellow card. Otherwise, I don't think they still would have booked him for another foul on Ilkay Gundogan. He gets his foot on the ball, yes. But a pull on Ilkay Gundogan's shoulder. They don't seem to be recognising that, do they, at all? The Copenhagen players or Stanisic. That is why the free kick was given. You can't really complain. Ilkay Gundogan over this one. There will also be a match day review and player ratings after this. Tomorrow, probably that video will go out. City with a chance here, crossing, cleared away. Be interesting to see what your guys' player ratings are. Who you vote for being man of the match in today's game? Who is man of the match in today's game? I'm not quite sure who's been the best. Have you seen the Antonio goal, which was given but clear handball, and Liverpool got rid of a penalty but no handball against Gabriel? The reflex week wasn't the best. It was Michael Oliver, wasn't it? And yes, Ridai, I don't understand it myself. Silly. The refereeing is at a real poor standard again this season. Cancelo, a little nutmeg on the fullback here. But he's actually run out of play. It's a throw-in for Copenhagen. Unlucky Joao Cancelo. I don't know who is the man of the match today for Manchester City. I don't think I can give the man of the match to anyone. There isn't anyone that I'd say has performed to a ridiculously good level at all. City pressing here. Grabara. Copenhagen bravely playing it out from the back here at this stage of the game. Oh, they give it away to Akanji. Good pressing. Akanji still. Akanji goes for goal. Works wide too. Joao Cancelo. Cancelo with a shot here. Good save. But what a save by Grabara. Absolutely top quality goalkeeping from the Copenhagen keeper again, Grabara. Cancelo goes to the near post. It's a real vicious shot. It's a very good save by Grabara. City corner. Foden in there. Headed by Julian Alvarez and over the bar by Julian Alvarez. Great to those crazy Copenhagen fans, good atmosphere, and they're certainly helping their young side keep pace. Quite right, Chris, they've been brilliant, the fans, and they were the Etihad as well. They've got some real good players in this Copenhagen side. I think individually that goalkeeper seems absolutely class. I see him coming to maybe the Premier League or a top quality club in the future. He's been brilliant over the 2 fixtures. Thought Haraldson was very impressive on the field as well. City with a chance there but couldn't capitalise on it. Ball forward. City back in possession. Bernardo Silva wide to Manuel Akanji. Akanji back to Diaz. Diaz looking for a pass forward. Long ball forward to Julian Alvarez, and Julian Alvarez unfortunately is offside. Couldn't find him in the right place, the right time. It's a shame. Ooh, I tell you, it's very close for Alvarez there as he starts running through. Very, very close. He's very unlucky that it wasn't quite right. Hope the ref is kind with us against Liverpool. It probably won't be. The referees are always terrible against Liverpool, aren't they? Last few years, Pep Guardiola's had big problems with them. They've always been terrible. I hope they're not as well, but don't know. Here's Darami for Copenhagen. Oh, a little flicking through the legs of Ruben Diaz. He throws himself to the floor. They're not going to get that. But I have to say, that was pretty good from Mohamed Darami, who is a bit of a live wire, isn't he? He's lacking a lot of end product. But he is a young talent that he's been very impressive today. At the moment, we're top of the group on 10 points. Dortmund on 6. Copenhagen on 2. Sevilla on 1. Interesting. Very interesting. Laporte goes down here. Darami. Diaz right in the back of him. Diaz can't win it. Here's Christensen. Pep Guardiola trying to get his players to stay tight to the opposition. Not to let off here in the last few minutes. A Dortmund win tomorrow would put them on 9 points, or tonight is it? I think it could be tonight. Put them on 9 points. Sevilla need to do City a favour, don't they? If they can do. But I just don't think they will do. There's Grabara, not the best of passes out to his defender, but they get away with it. Grabara again. Forward, Diaz. Darami wins the header, but only heads it to Rodri. Laporte. Rodri. Bernardo Silva. It's looking like a certain 0-0, isn't it, this one? Looking like a certain 0-0. It's going to take something, like a moment of magic from City to score. Cancelo nearly pulled it out before. And here's Joao Cancelo. Cancelo. Ilkay Gundogan. Good run by Foden. And Gundogan with a shocking pass. Really bad pass from Gundogan. He had 2 players to pick out. And couldn't find either. Good tackle by Diaz there, but I'm very disappointed with Ilkay Gundogan. Really good chance. It's a really poor pass. Really poor pass. Nathan Ake is set to come on for Manchester City now. Our last substitution. As you look to see out the game, it's Aymeric Laporte. Maybe City are just managing the minutes that Laporte's playing. I think probably that is necessary. Laporte, very good player today. I think he's been pretty good today, Laporte, but it's not made much of a difference, has it? I think the 10 men has really crushed us, in fact. I really do think that. Ball foul by Copenhagen, read by Akanji. Rodri hooks it away. Can't find Alvarez, who's been quiet today, Julian Alvarez. Rodri into the Copenhagen man. They're throwing Copenhagen's way. Rodri can't believe it. Hands on head by the Spaniard. Christensen to take the throw in here for Copenhagen. The game is slow. He's completely out of it. I'd like to know who your man of the match is. Is there anyone who can be a man of the match in this game? I'm not quite sure. If it was, who? Whoever scores a winner in the 90th minute, I suppose. Ball forward here, headed away by Akanji. Stamenic in the midfield for Copenhagen. Christensen the danger man from this wing-back position. Him and Darami have a good connection. Darami, a little flick into Akanji. I think's had a good game. A reasonably good game anyway. Reasonably good game. Here is Copenhagen playing it out from the back. And City are pressing Alvarez and Foden. I can't believe I voted that I thought we'd score +4 goals, says Graves to go. I think we would have scored +4 goals with 11 men. And if that Rodri goal had standed or the Mahrez penalty had gone in. I mean, we should be 1-0 up, shouldn't we, and hanging on to the game, really, if Mahrez scores his penalty. But it doesn't do. And that's the problem, really. Here is Durami. Durami running at us. Chance for Stamisic from the edge of the box here onto his left foot. Stamisic with a strike. Does Edison touch this one? I'm not quite sure. Perhaps Edison just gets a fingertip on it. I don't think so. But he put it onto his left foot and hit it. And nearly puts it in the back of the net. Nearly puts it in the back of the net. Edison to take this one. 3 minutes of added time here for City against Copenhagen. What a dull game. I don't think the game at Anfield will be like this one, do you, this weekend? We will be live again for that one. So definitely do join us for that one. Definitely do join us for that one. Ball forward here. Alvarez in there. Can't get it. He's worked hard early in Alvarez, but and he's not done much else, has he? He's worked hard, but I mean, he could have had a goal, really. Kevin De Bruyne blocked him off. Kevin De Bruyne did block him off, didn't he? And that was the chance we had. Pep Guardiola is saying, put it in the box. Put it in the box, Manchester City. Bernardo Silva. To the edge of the box to Ilkay Gundogan. Gundogan with a hit here and straight into the hands of Kamara. Chance missed again for City. Copenhagen come forward here. Nathan Ake up against Johansson. Nathan Ake nods it back to his goalkeeper. Confident defending from Ake. As it regular is from Nathan Ake, I have to say. He's so good. Edison quickly thrown out. City, no urgency from the City side though. Brilliant commentary, says Andrew. MK says disappointed, no City goals. There's no urgency from City. I don't think they look like they can be bothered scoring today. As soon as they've gone down to 10 men, it's sort of really sort of put us off Diaz with the foul here. The referee, I think, is going to give Ruben Diaz a yellow card. He does give Diaz a yellow card. His first foul, interestingly enough, Diaz, and he gets a yellow card. But that Copenhagen defender who made 5 or 6 never got booked. That shows the standard of refereeing today, which has been really poor. Oh, Diaz doesn't even touch him. He didn't even touch him on the replay. It was a dive. It was a complete and utter dive. Shocking refereeing once again. UEFA's finest here. Really poor performance from the referee. 30 seconds remain. Copenhagen to swing one in. Ball in. Edison claims it. I think that is it. I think that's going to be game. Diaz. Bernardo Silva. Last chance saloon for Manchester City. Rodri. Ilkay Gundogan. Gundogan forward. Bernardo Silva for City. 5 seconds remaining in this game. Cancelo, Gundogan. It's not happening today, is it? The 10 men has crushed us, really. 10 men has certainly crushed us. Diaz. Ball forward here. Phil Foden in there on the header. City tried to work one through. Cancelo wants a free kick. Referee says no free kick for Joao Cancelo there. He was unhappy. And that is full time. Manchester City 0. 0-0. Poor game. Not an exciting one. Kind of needs Sevilla to do us a favour. The refereeing decisions really cost us. Thank you very much for listening, everyone. It's been great to have you again. We will be live once again for the game at Anfield, the big one at Anfield on the weekend against Liverpool. Thanks for watching. Such a shame that it's been such a poor game. And we'll see you all next time. Goodbye.